Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Instant analysis, 3 keys behind Lakers overcoming Raptors challenge. The Los Angeles Lakers earned a 123-103 win over the Toronto Raptors to improve their record to 5-4. The Los Angeles Lakers won a crucial clash against the Toronto Raptors 123-103 at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles to improve their record to 6-4, while the Raptors slid to 2-8. LeBron James posted another triple-double and ended the night with 19 points, 6-14 FG, 10 rebounds, and 16 assists, while Austin Reaves led the team in scoring with 27 points, 10-17 FG, and 6 assists. Anthony Davis left the game in the fourth quarter with an eye injury but scored 22 points, 6-8 FG, prior to that. D'Angelo Russell had another great performance as the team's sixth man, scoring 18 points, 6-13 FG, in the win. The Raptors didn't match up well enough to hold the Lakers at bay, being led by RJ Barrett's 5-15 FG, and Chris Boucher's 6-9 FG, 18-point nights. Jakob Poeltl had 14 points, 7-12 FG, and 10 rebounds, while surprise story Ochai Agbaji continued his strong run of form with 16 points, 5-7 FG, and 6 rebounds. Here are 3 keys behind the Lakers winning this matchup. LeBron James might have defied everyone's expectations of what longevity looks like, but it's clear that Father Time has started slowing him down. He isn't a guaranteed 20-point scorer anymore, cracking that mark 7 times in 10 games this season. As James continues to evolve his game to suit his physical capabilities, relying on his playmaking as his biggest offensive tool led the Lakers to this win. James got off to a slow scoring start, 0-3 in the first quarter, and committed to impacting the game with his playmaking. He connected with Anthony Davis, Austin Reaves, and more to dish 16 assists in a season high on just 3 turnovers all game. Ever since J.J. Redick reclassified D'Angelo Russell as the team's sixth man to add Cam Reddish to the starting unit, LeBron has increased his on-ball load as a playmaker. Over the last 2 games since Russell's benching, James has put up 29 assists, 14.5 per game. Even though he is officially starting games as the team's small forward, this is the most engaged we've seen LeBron as a playmaker since 2019-20, where he led the league by averaging 10.2 assists per game. Anthony Davis went out with an eye injury with 5 minutes left in the third quarter while the Lakers were trailing by 3 points, creating mass worry for the fans that they were going to lose this game and have Davis sidelined once again. Jackson Hayes had played just 6 minutes in the game when he checked in with no points or rebounds on the box score, but he excelled under pressure and helped the Lakers seal the win. Hayes ended the night with 12 points, 4-6 FG, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block, with all stats except the block coming after he replaced Davis in this game. He was impactful as a rim deterrent and made the most of opportunities at the line by going 4-6 over the game. He ended the night with a team-high plus 21, showing J.J. Redick and the Lakers that they can rely on him as a backup. The team as a whole looked great for the first time this season without Davis, as they effortlessly transferred his offensive load to LeBron and Reaves, while Hayes used his athleticism at the center spot to keep the Raptors uncomfortable and maximize his opportunities whenever he got them. Lakers urged to trade for former champion might be easier. March 19, LeBron James number 6 of the Los Angeles Lakers and Kyle Kuzma number 33 of the Washington Wizards hug after an NBA game at Capital One Arena on March 19, 2022 in Washington, D.C. Note: TO user expressly acknowledges and agrees that, by downloading and/or using this photograph, user is consenting to the terms and conditions of the Getty Images license agreement. Photo by Patrick Smith / Getty Images, the Los Angeles Lakers blown hot and cold to begin the season. J.J. Redick's team has won 5 of its opening 9 contests. On some nights, they look vastly improved from the team we saw under Darvin Ham. On others, it's clear the roster is still adapting to the new system Redick is implementing. Despite their initial teething issues, the Lakers look good value to improve as the season progresses and potentially challenge in the postseason. Of course, their chances could be elevated by adding at least one more high-level role player. In a recent article for Bleacher Report, Grant Hughes suggested Zach LaVine as the team's ideal trade target. However, there's no guarantee he would thrive as a third scoring option, and his average annual salary of $43 million makes him a significant risk if things don't work out. That's why Hughes pinpointed former Laker Kyle Kuzma as a more realistic target. He could operate either as a tertiary scoring option or a high-level role player. Kuzma would most likely operate as a 3-and-D wing, a role he occupied when helping the Lakers win a championship in 2020. Kuzma wouldn't bring the offensive upside of LaVine, but it might be easier to imagine him holding up through the rigors of a deep playoff run, Hughes reasoned. The forward's superior size and defense, when engaged, make him harder to exploit when the competition gets serious. With a contract that declines annually to bottom out at $19.4 million in 2026-27, Kuzma is also the easier player to fit into Los Angeles's books. Kuzma is in his fourth season with the Washington Wizards. During his tenure, he's averaged 20.2 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 3.8 assists in 203 regular season games. He's shooting 52.7% from two-point range and 33.5% from deep. Lakers injury update: Anthony Davis having trouble seeing after getting poked in left eye versus Raptors. The Los Angeles Lakers were able to overcome a first-half deficit and blow out the Toronto Raptors, but Anthony Davis was forced out of the contest after getting poked in the left eye. With about 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Davis blocked Jakob Poeltl at the rim, but the latter hit the former in the eye. Davis stayed down on the ground in pain for several moments before walking back to the locker room. He was ruled out of the game shortly after. Davis was on track for another big scoring evening as he recorded 22 points before exiting, but fortunately Los Angeles was able to play well in his absence and pick up the win. LeBron James and Austin Reeves carried the team offensively, while Jackson Hayes did an excellent job of filling in for Davis. After the game, head coach J.J. Redick said Davis had trouble seeing after the injury but had no further updates. "I just know that he got poked in it. He was having trouble seeing. Obviously, take a trauma to the eye and takes a little bit of time to sort of get your clear vision back. But other than that, no update," Redick said. According to Dave McMenamin of ESPN, Davis will get the swollen eye looked at on Monday and to proceed from there. It would have been hard to imagine Davis's vision not being affected considering the direct hit to his eye, but now the question is whether or not the superstar big man will need to miss any games. Los Angeles doesn't play again until Wednesday when they host the Memphis Grizzlies, so perhaps that will be enough time for the medical staff to clear Davis. If Davis is unable to go, though, Hayes would presumably start in his place while Christian Coloco could be called up to serve as center depth off the bench. Redick could also decide to go smaller and rotate in Rui Hachimura and James for spurts. Hopefully Davis isn't forced to miss any time as he's been the backbone for Los Angeles on both ends of the floor. While the team was able to complete the comeback against the Raptors, the Lakers would be far better off with Davis in the mix. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Anthony Davis? Leave your opinion in the comments.